Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where we give you more news in less time. Let's get started. It was hot this weekend, but today marked a long stretch of excessive heat. We even broke a record today. People found all sorts of ways to beat the heat today, from Riverfront Park to the beach at Lake Coeur d'Alene. But again, today, just the beginning. We are looking at triple digits, likely through Wednesday. On that note, let's get straight to meteorologist Michelle Boss for all the details on this excessive heat warning. Michelle?
Yeah, and here's the official record, 100 for the high today. Of course, the hottest temperature of the season so far. Probably be saying that again tomorrow and again on Wednesday. But yes, we broke the record of 99 set back in 1970. And even though it is 10 o'clock at night, it is sure slow to cool down in many spots. We are just under 90 degrees in Spokane, though up north in Deer Park, a little bit more comfortable, 67 degrees there, 76 in Coeur d'Alene, still holding on to 90 in Moses Lake, upper 80s in Lewiston. Here's a look at the excessive heat warning. All the areas shaded in that dark pink. That goes through Wednesday. Highs in the low 100s for the next couple of days. And then surrounding that, heat advisories. Everybody else scorching in the 90s, even places like Seattle feeling the heat. And then on Wednesday, we are adding in a new factor, a little bit of wind across central Washington, where we're looking at elevated fire danger because, of course, it's going to be very dry. And we're looking at wind gusts of 25 to 35 miles per hour. So this fire weather watch is for Wednesday afternoon and evening. Red flag warnings currently in effect for the Cascades. Clear skies all across the region. It'll stay clear tonight. Sunny tomorrow, heating up quickly. We are on our way to 103 tomorrow, 104 on Wednesday, and then we get a bit of a break down to 95 on Thursday. All
right, sounds good, Michelle. We'll check back in with you later in the show. Well, as temperatures keep going up this week, the city and organizations across Spokane are stepping up to make sure one of the more vulnerable populations are protected. Coming up at 10:15 tonight, we're breaking down the cooling resources available to homeless people in Spokane. Meantime, the extreme temperatures are even putting a pause on things in Portland. The city temporarily stopped camp removals and enforcement of its camping ban. That ban threatens jail time and fines. It's all due to the severe weather emergency. The mayor's office there says, according to the city's camp removal policy, sweeps will never happen during cases of extreme weather. The Spokane City Council had a busy but quick meeting tonight, including holding a final reading on a gun violence ordinance. KREM 2's Cody Proctor joining us now with more tonight. Cody?
Well, Mark, that final reading comes almost 48 hours after a teenage girl died in what's believed to be a drive-by shooting. Tonight, it passed.
The Spokane City Council passed the Gun Violence Prevention for Safer Spokane ordinance.
Prepare to vote.
No.
With a vote of 5-2. The new ordinance now makes it unlawful to shoot a firearm, pistol, rifle, or something similar within Spokane city limits. According to the new ordinance, anyone who does shoot their gun and it does not cause bodily harm will be charged with a gross misdemeanor. The punishment increases if someone shoots their gun and it does cause bodily harm. The new ordinance has some exceptions, including places such as rifle or pistol firing ranges that have a business license from the city of Spokane. It also doesn't apply to, quote, law enforcement officers engaged in the performance of their official powers or duties. Not every council member was in favor.
This will have no effect, zero, none, less than that. I mean, it doesn't touch those issues. And so I just want to make sure people understand we're effectively restating state law. There is no big change in enforcement or anything else.
Councilmember Paul Dillon sponsored the ordinance. He disagreed with Cathcart's assessment, saying this goes beyond restating state law.
State law is about discharging in public places near or where there are people. This bans firing within city limits completely.
The ordinance cites the recent declaration of gun violence as a public health crisis by the U.S. Surgeon General. According to Councilmember Dillon, the city saw 44 shooting incidents from January to May this year.
And one item that was on tonight's agenda, the sidewalk improvement and repair pilot program resolution, ended up being deferred till later this month. In the studio, Cody Proctor, KREM 2 News.
All right, Cody, thank you very much. Months after a levy for a public safety property tax was removed from the August ballot, the mayor's office put forward a new community sales tax. If approved by the Spokane City Council, that tax would be 0.1% and would generate an estimated $7.7 million annually. The mayor's proposal states it would be used to enhance community safety and expand the city's extreme weather resources. That tax would cost people roughly $1 for every $1,000 they spend.
I think that's really important to note that it is smaller and it's getting us to the same place, just taking a little bit longer. With that initial levy, we were looking at closing the structural deficit within a year. This will take us a little bit longer, doing the exact same thing.
Again, this proposal comes only a couple of months after Mayor Brown proposed a public safety levy that would have focused on property taxes, but that was removed, with the mayor saying it's best to postpone the levy as the city performed the mid-year budget review. New tonight, U.S. Marshals arrested a Spokane man in Phoenix, Arizona for raping a child. But according to the Stevens County Sheriff's Office, he'd been on the run for more than a decade. Deputies say Robert Vandeveer impregnated a 14-year-old girl back in 2009. While deputies waited for a DNA test of that child to come back, Vandeveer disappeared. Then last week, marshals found him in Phoenix and arrested him on third-degree rape charges. Well, take a look at your screen. Fire investigators are asking for help finding a person suspected of setting fire to the Sandpoint Army surplus store. According to the city of Sandpoint, surveillance video shows someone the night of the July 4th approaching the south wall of the Army surplus store. Moments later, flames can be seen as the suspect walks away from the scene. The store's owner says the building is a complete loss. Sandpoint Police and the Idaho Fire Marshals are offering a $5,000 reward for any information. And now to our Night Beat with a quick look at the day's top stories. A Pullman toddler will be reunited with her mom after more than a month-long search that crossed national borders. Police say Mexican authorities found the child with her father and his fiancée in Santa Ana, Mexico over the weekend. Last month, Aaron Ong failed to return his daughter to her mother. Ong's fiancée, Nadia Cole, was believed to be traveling with him after she was reported missing in Seattle. Ong is being held in Nogales, Arizona, awaiting extradition to Whitman County on charges of custodial interference. Cole was deported back to the U.S. Pullman police say it is too early to tell if she will be charged. The Spokane County Medical Examiner has identified 19-year-old Mary Kapustin as the person shot and killed in a suspected drive-by shooting this weekend. It happened in North Spokane on West Cortland Avenue. Shortly after the shooting, a memorial honoring the young woman showed up near Emerson Park with balloons, a photo, and flowers. The medical examiner ruled her death a homicide, and tonight Spokane police continue to search for a suspect. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Check, that number right there at the bottom of your screen.
They have someone with a water hose.
Well, a frightening scene at the Gorge Amphitheater this weekend. A brush fire sparked on Saturday night during the Odessa concert. That fire broke out near the stage during the last song of their electronic music set. The Grant County Sheriff's Office says it was caused by pyrotechnics used in the performance. No one was hurt, and firefighters put out that fire quickly. The rest of the concert was canceled. And that was your Night Beat. To learn more about any of these stories, just head to our website. That's KREM.com. In national news, Tropical Storm Beryl hit Texas with torrential rains, tornadoes, and life-threatening surges. Nearly 3 million homes and businesses have lost power as downed trees and flooded roadways left stranded drivers in need of rescue. Climate experts say climate change is making tropical storms like this one rainier with a more flood risk.
We would be better off with another nominee, okay? I believe that in my heart, my soul, my brain. I'm 100% convinced of that.
Calls from Democratic officials for Joe Biden to withdraw from the race are growing, but the president continues to push back, even lashing out at critics during a phone interview today. Biden is set to campaign in Michigan on Friday, a battleground state in the upcoming election. And that was your KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where you get more news and